What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT, That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan the Man. I got my boy EIG in the building.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? What's up?
And we back again. Welcome to another episode of RMT. And on today, as we always do, before we get started, we got to get these shout outs, man. Got to get these shout outs. So, I want to give a shout out. I said this last time, but I want to give another shout out to my beautiful children starting school. Yes, sir. They starting early. They starting next week. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
So my baby girl, I got one going to the 10th grade, and my other daughter going to the 9th. Yes, sir. Before y'all even said yes, they are back to back. They
Mm.
are back to back. I couldn't wait. So yes. So you have anything to say in the comments? Yes, they back to back, and they two of the most beautiful things I ever could create.
Talk about it, Doc.
So yeah, so shout out to them. And man, that's all I got, man. Yeah, let me slide over to EI. EI, man, you got any shout outs today?
I do, man. Hey, always the listeners, everybody that's fooling with us, everybody that's rocking with us. Thank you. Shout out to you. But on your shout out, man, I want to stay on that same tip. Shout out to all the parents' pockets. You know what I mean? Because your pocket's about to get fatter in a couple, 2-3 weeks.
Oh,
all them groceries that you buying,
yes,
all that
sir.
extra, all that extra electricity and AC going on while you working.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, no. Shout out to the parents' pockets, and also I want to give a shout out to the teachers.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the teachers, for what y'all do and providing education.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to y'all because it takes strength to deal with kids every day, Monday through Friday, different attitudes, different upbringings in different households. And people kind of look over it because y'all get the summer off. And I feel like y'all need that to recoup anyway. So shout out to the teachers. Shout out to the parents' pockets like mine. You know what I'm saying? Our pockets about to get fatter. And we're going to celebrate. So let's roll.
Yes, sir. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it today. And on this conversation piece that we have in the day is something that all of us, once we get to the point that we're able to do it, it's like that aha moment. Woosah.
Okay.
To that point. And, a lot of times it takes a lot of training and a lot of getting beat up and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain to get to this point, man. And this is what I want to do, EI.
Come on.
Learning to say no. Ooh.
All right, let's go with it.
Learning to say no, man. Listen, I want to start off with a little story. And man, it's two defining points of my life when I learned to say no that really changed. And those 2 points was one, when the first time I told my dad no. I wasn't staying at the house, I wasn't staying there with him. I moved out. I was removed from the household. I was building my own little.
Hey, you better have been out the house. Hey.
And so what happened was that your parents, right? EI, we are introduced to technology, and we introduced technology to them. And so my dad was talking about the internet, and I had to correct him on something. And so 2 things came to mind. I had fear come up first, and then I was like, this is something that I'm gonna have to overcome, because if I can tell somebody that I look up to, somebody that I respected, somebody that just really have a big influence over my life.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, daddy, you wrong. And so when I said it, it was kind of like an out of body experience to see what was going to happen next. And after I said it, he was like, oh, son, well, what I need to do? And so I explained to him what he needs to do at that moment. And I was like, oh, okay, so I can do this no thing. I can do this no thing. And so another defining point was that when I said no, I wasn't gonna drink anymore. That was another defining point in my life when I was saying no to something that changed my life from negative to the positive.
Yeah.
And so, man, before I even go any further, man, listen, y'all, I already know y'all want to hear my boy EIG.
Oh
Man,
man.
can you give the people a little something, man? Give me your thoughts and your
Man.
opinions on
Hey,
this. Learning
I,
to say no.
I got you, man. Hey, the word no, that 2-letter bomb, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No. And when I think about no, I really think about freedom. And I really think about how free do you want to be? How free are you? And it takes me there only because I think we should pay more attention to, first off, how we feel when we're told no.
Mm.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to how you really feel before you respond, before anything happens, before you say anything, before you do what Stan the man's dad was about to do to him and knock his soul out of his body. Before before you do any of that, but really look at how it made you feel just from hearing no. I mean, nothing happened to you,
Yep.
nothing physically changed, but you heard the word no. And that's
Yep.
across the board, in any kind of thing. Maybe it's a career, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's, hey, fellas, maybe one night, hey, you ready to, you know, have Mr. Nasty time with your wife or your significant other,
Right.
and you get told that no, or
Mm-hmm.
even kids. However, that feeling that's right there naturally, so it ain't good, right? It ain't good when we hear no.
Yep.
It's always a negative connotation that comes with it. But why so? That's the bigger thing, with me has been, hey, why do we feel that way when we hear no? Why do we go into this deep, dark cave when we deal with rejection
Yep.
and rejection from the words no? And how do you feel when you say no to somebody? You know what I mean? And
Mm.
a lot of the times, even when you say no, you would think it should be liberating, right? It should make you feel good. You stood up for yourself.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times when we right there and that even saying no, there's, hey, fear right after that because it's something that
Mm-hmm.
we never did, something we didn't really even want to do, maybe, you know what I mean? Something we were already kind of anticipating the worst outcome of from even saying no to somebody. But
Mm-hmm.
being able to say no and being able to accept no, hey, that's really being free. And I feel like that balance right there, I can hear no and be okay because maybe I am right about something. Maybe the
Right.
answer should have been no to me about something.
Mm-hmm.
And very much as well, we have to learn to say no because we say yeah, but then we go and talk about the person that's running over us as if we didn't just hand them the keys to our car. And that's really just backwards to me, man. So
Mm.
you really find that peace when knowing that whether I'm saying no, whether I'm having to set boundaries, or whether someone is critiquing me, maybe someone is rejecting me. But I had to be free enough to live with both aspects of it, man. And I don't think we pay enough attention to our emotions. We don't pay attention to how angry we can get when we told no, how
Yep.
jealous we can get when we told no,
Mm-hmm.
or how different we'll act with people that we know from having to say no, right? After you do stand up and having to say that
Yeah.
no, it's that awkward thing, right? Like, well, the relationship different now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking you to work for 20 years, not asking for gas, and today I said no, and now it's awkward. Why?
Mm.
And that's just because we're not free internally. We're not free in our heads, and we got to embrace no on both ends. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
broad spectrum, man. But that's really where I'm at, man. It's a lot to dive into with just, hey, saying no or getting told no.
Mm-hmm. And I like the way that you use that, man, and the avenue that you went down. And I want to say this: you have to get to a point. You have to say yes enough in order to say no.
Hmm.
Now, we don't just get to the point where we just start to say no. We
Yeah,
don't just automatically. Certain people just don't automatically come out. If you raised a certain way or certain things you've been through, you don't automatically say no.
right.
If we being honest, when we first come into this world, if you raised in a great situation, you're raised in a good family, you'll learn to say yes.
Right.
Even when you're younger, you want to say yes because you want to satisfy the of what people think of you because you're building your image. So it's easy for you to say yes because I wanna make sure that I make my dad proud. I make mom happy by saying yes, I do this, yes, I do that. And when we get to the point where we say yes so much, it'll start to weigh down on us as individuals. And what I mean by that is that I can say yes to EI. I can say yes to my wife. I can say yes to at work. I can say yes to my other homeboys. And this can be all in one day. I can wear myself out. But when I learn that yes word is going to put me in predicaments that going to make me tired, it's going to make other people upset at me because I'm saying yes and I'm not able to do it when I made the commitment that I could do it.
Right.
But me not willing to say no to make people unhappy, to not satisfy people, that's eating away at me because I think that I'm not going to be a good person if I say no.
Right.
We think that we are going to be bad people if we say no.
Yep.
We think that the world's going to stop when we say no. And EI, truth be told, if we say no, 9 times out of 10, that person don't care.
Say that again, man. Say that again.
If you say no, 9 times out of 10, that person ain't gonna care. It be us on our end having the anxiety behind saying no.
Man.
What they gonna think about me? How they gonna feel about me? How they gonna see me? How they gonna view me because I said no?
Right.
You know, I was looking at an interview that they was having on Oprah, and Oprah was saying that she remember Stevie Wonder was coming to her and asking for money, right? For this foundation. He wanted her to donate to this foundation. And Oprah was like, oh man, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was just becoming famous, and this Stevie Wonder, he's a legend. He coming to me asking for money. All these other people been asking for money, and I just can't do it. And I don't want to give to that foundation. I don't even want to give to that foundation because she said I got my own foundation. And she said she got on the phone with Stevie, and she told Stevie Wonder, she said, I'm not gonna be able to do it. He was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. I'll talk to you later. And she said that she thought that it was gonna end everything. And we think the same way. We think that one no to that family member is gonna change how they feel about us. We think that one no at work is gonna change how they feel about us. You think that one no that we tell somebody that, hey, can I borrow some money? No. You think that's gonna change everything, but one thing is gonna do is gonna shift, and they might start to respect you more.
Absolutely.
They might start to respect you more because you have enough control to say no with a smile and still be loving, caring, and doing what you need to do. Instead of saying yes, it's eating you up inside. You upset, and I'm getting on a podcast talking about you with EI. Now,
man, we just dogging.
Oh, hey, EI, have you ever? Let me ask you this, man. Have you ever got to the point where you said yes to somebody, and instantly, soon as you said yes, you regretted it?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
You know, talk to the people, man.
You know, hey, look, you know, it's so many of those I could just talk about saying yes to and instantly regretting it, right? You know, I mean, even from a young age.
I don't mean to interrupt you, man, but you haven't did this in a while, man. Give us one of them. Give us one of them stories, man. Give us one, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gave us one in a while. Give us one of them stories, man.
Man, I tell you what, man.
Just give us one, man.
I tell you what. I tell you this one, man. I go back to just my childhood, if I can, if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead, man. Take your time, Reverend. Take your time.
Hey, you know, trying to fit in, really, trying to just play with everybody else, right? You know,
right.
I'm with the kids in the neighborhood. I ain't gonna give specifics because some of y'all was in this story. Some of y'all out here today was part of this. nah, let me stop. But seriously, you know, kids outside playing, you know, we having a good time. Hey, my dad said, hey, don't step out. Don't step out the yard, man.
Right.
Don't step out the yard. Y'all stay in the yard. Nah, I see my friend, you know, okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. Then I see my friends. I see my friends going on to, you know, do what they do. They playing up the street, running in places I can't go. And I'm really sitting back looking kind of, you know, squarish, if you will, you know, in some people's eyes. Like, hey, you can't do this?
Right.
Man, y'all can't. It's still light outside. Y'all can't step out the yard. Y'all can't go around the block. Come on, man, let's go get some of these freeze cups. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know what freeze cups is, I'll teach you about that later, man. But
yes, sir.
but the thing was they were having a good time, and some guys got to really just laughing about how we couldn't come out the yard. And you know, as there was a moment I had a friend come playing. He said, hey man, just come on, you in the street, man. You in the street. You right in front of the house. Don't trip. Your dad gonna trip on that? I don't think he gonna trip. So I'm letting somebody else talk to me about my dad. Somebody they didn't grow up with, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them, hey, fill my head up and make me feel like, oh, okay, maybe I should. You know, and we do that in life too, y'all. We really like hear people talk about something and then quickly, well, now your opinion changes of it. Now your view changes of it.
Yep.
But back to the story, man. Hey, he said, come on. And I said, all right. And I went out there, man. We was just in the street, but we wasn't, you know, I was in front of the house, but I'm in the street.
Right.
And soon as I stepped out there, man, hey, y'all look. Soon as I stepped out there, and I could see my little brother, my youngest brother, not Mars. Mars was down with me. He out there in the street partying too. He probably was way up the street.
Right.
But my younger brother looking at me, it's like, ooh. And as soon as I said yeah and heard that, man, everything about me in that moment, I'm like, wow, you know, it was a reality check. I looked back at home. I looked back at what I knew, my brother representing that, right? And the moment I said yes to an outside thing, something that I really didn't want to do, something I was pressured to do, the moment I said yes to it and I looked back, man, it was just terrifying fear, man. Terrifying fear. But hold on, that ain't it, y'all. A while goes on, and I'm playing. I know my dad and I'm probably looking out the window. It's all good. So I thought I was in the clear. Y'all, look, I went inside. My dad asked me one question. He said, man, was you outside the yard? And I said, well, Dad, well, not really. Not really. I mean, not really. He said, what you mean, not really? Were you in or out? I said, well, not really. It was kind of like that, but kind of not, Dad. I was in front of the house. We didn't go nowhere. He said, come show me. And I went out there, showed him. He said, stand where you were standing. I went out there, said, I was right here. Now, it's in the street. He said, so you weren't in the yard? No, sir. Come on in. Let me holler at you. Now, I can't say what happened after that.
Right.
I can't say what happened after that, but let me tell you, I was in pain. I say that. But that story there is not just to say it and say, oh, what a great story, but us to really look at how the outside pressures come at us and really just change our views. And so we then say yes to something that we feel in our gut that we shouldn't do. When we agree to doing something that we know, deep down we know. But for whatever the reason is, maybe it's a celebration, maybe it's family members, maybe it's a family reunion, maybe it's even your partner.
Yep.
Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a spiritual leader, a pastor, anybody. And I just want to say to people to trust your gut. Trust what you know you feel, because the moment you say yes to something that didn't come from you, some outside influence, the moment you say yes to that, man, you really just losing the battle. And you really got no reason to be depressed after the consequences. You got no reason to be mad at nobody after the consequences. You know what I mean? You can't be choosing to cut people off when all of this was all on you. All of this was on you. And if it is on you, then choose to just, hey, be true to yourself.
Yep.
know when to say no. Know that it's okay to hear people's different opinions and expressions on it. You know what I mean? As kids, you can say, hey man, I like red juice. Now you don't like it, but because all your friends drinking the red juice, now you want red juice.
Right.
And we don't think we like that as adults, but we are. It's just on a bigger scale. It's just on a bigger scale. They posting this, so let me post this way. This what they talking about, so let me talk this way. This is what's happening in relationships today, so let me do this. So, man, I say to people, hey, you avoid a lot of pain. I know I went on long, y'all.
No.
Hey, you can avoid a lot of pain in life. And, it's not that you can't pick yourself back up from any fall or setback. But it's like, why waste pointless time? You know what I mean? Like when somebody tell you, hey, it's hot out there, or they tell you that stove hot, don't touch it. I can know that it's hot without touching it. Don't touch the stove. Listen to yourself. Know yourself. Be free on the inside. And that's just what I got, man.
Oh man, that was good, man. We gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have everyone to stand.
The doors of the church are open.
Man. That was good though, man. And one of the key things that you talked about was the influence of other people, know. And I'm gonna say this: saying no could save your life. In a lot of situations, saying no can save your life because it could be somebody that's going out there to rob somebody, could be somebody going out there to steal, could be somebody drinking and driving. It could be somebody trying to sleep with somebody's wife or sleep with somebody's husband. It could be different predicaments that you can put yourself in if you just say no. And it's hard when the flesh is tugging at you. It's hard. Yes, when I'm gonna say this, you have arrived when you can say no, right? But check this out, EI. It's even better when we can say no to the stuff that you usually say yes to. That's when you arrive. When you can say no to the things you enjoy, when you can say no to the things that you love, we can say no to the people you care about. That's when you arrive. Because I'm gonna say this. EI.
Yes, sir.
You can love to take your family on vacation, right?
Yeah.
You can have the money to take them on vacation. It ain't gonna hurt you at all. But you can look at the news and say, you know what, the economy gonna be messed up for the next 6 months. Yes, I could do it, but you know what? This time, no. Whole house gonna be mad at you.
Yes, sir.
People gonna be mad at you for decisions that you make, especially as a leader, and you saying no.
Yeah.
And let me go here too, EI. While I'm there, let me go there too. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something else. It's hard to accept a no that God give you. It's hard to accept that no. We can say no, but when he say no, we won't understand. Oh, I was really praying for that husband. Nah, that ain't for you right now. You know what? I was really praying for that wife, man. I really wanted that wife, God, and you gave it to somebody else. You know what? I was really praying for that job. Lord, I was praying hard, and you know I need that job, and you told me no. And like going into what you were saying, EI, how do you react to the no? How you react to someone telling you no, how you react to God's telling you no, how you react to that situation of those no's.
Right.
That's a big thing too. Also, willing to say it, but willing to accept a no. And we get to a point in our life that if you surround yourself with yes men, yes woman, yes people, you surround yourself with that, you're gonna have a messed up life.
Yeah.
Because when you run into people that generally love you for who you are, you're gonna hear some no's. That ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't it, Doc. That ain't it, Doc. Bro, that ain't it.
Mm.
God gonna be like, no, not this time. Not this time.
Nope.
You ain't ready for that. You ain't ready. You ain't ready to get that $1,000,000 yet. That $1,000,000 because you can't manage this $50,000 job I got. You can't even manage that.
Dang.
But you want $1,000,000. You said, oh well, God, I want another property. You behind on your rent. You behind on your mortgage. God, I want another car, but I don't want to take care of the car that I got.
Mm.
But when he tell you no, you want to get upset and say, a no is time. That's the time to reevaluate yourself when you get a no.
Oh yeah.
That's the time for us to calm down. That's the time for us a come to Jesus moment, if you can say.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, sir.
that's time for that. You know. But
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to this and like it's a power in saying no, but you have to be able to control it. You have to be able to use wisdom when you are saying no. You have to have a slow yes and a fast no.
Mm.
Because you always can retract a no, but it's hard to retract a yes.
Ooh-wee. Man.
A slow no and a slow yes and a fast no. Let me get that right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's easy to say yes. If we're being honest with ourselves, it's easy to say yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
easy. Oh yeah. Especially you in a good mood. They come ask you. Oh, they put you on the spot. Yeah. Now I'll be like, oh, let me think about it.
Mm. Let me get
Let me
back to
think
you.
about it. Because if you tell somebody, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I come to you and I be like, nah, I can't do it, yeah. And I
Yes.
come back and be like, you know what, man, I looked over my schedule. I'll be able to do it. Oh man, cool. I'm glad you changed your mind. But if I say yes, I can do it, and you scheduled everything, and I come back and say, hey, EI, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Man, what? All right, man. All right. It's a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just take the time to kind of step back when we ask certain situations or whatever,
Yeah.
be like, I can think about it, or you might have to tell them no.
Right.
And you know, man, I got girls too, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to tell your daughters no.
Ooh, man. Hey, you bringing it home
Hey,
now.
man, listen. I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna get out of here, but man, I'm gonna tell you, your daughters, man, and it get worse as they get older because you know they got the little pound face, but then they learn to articulate their words and you
Man.
know put some feelings behind it and actions. And so when it comes to your daughters, you be like, ugh. But you have to say no to protect them.
That's right.
As much as it hurts you, it's gonna hurt them in the long run if you don't say no.
Yeah. That's
So to
wisdom.
protect them baby girls, to protect your sons, you
Yeah.
know, to protect your children. Period. I'm just saying um from a father perspective because I only got daughters. I don't have any sons, so I only got daughters. So I'm speaking from that perspective. But I
Yeah,
can
man.
imagine it'd be hard to tell your son no as well. You know.
Yeah.
So man, this been good right here, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and take the top off, let these windows down, get off on this exit, man, and make a left over here at EI's corner.
Hey, man, look here. Ain't no rain outside. Let that top back, man. Y'all holler at me, man. Look, shout out to all y'all for this quick little segment, man. Man, and when we do this, I have to do it the right way. And that's the black and yellow way. That's why I kick stand off. When I went to this part, y'all see what I did? I had the producer take him out. Because we're gonna do it the black and yellow way, baby. Steelers. Pittsburgh, where we at, man? Y'all right around the corner. It's almost time. Don't say I ain't tell y'all. And if you feeling me, holla at me. So this one today, y'all gonna be real quick. A little different. But I know that it is very much deserving. And today, at the corner, I just want to give a shout out. You know, I want to give a shout out to Stan the Man, my brother, my bro. You know, and really want to give us a shout out to him because I do want to highlight, you know, his motivation, his work ethic, his drive, and just creativity and determination to keep RMT going. You know, this is his project that, you know, a lot of people may not know what he does behind the scenes, how much goes into, you know, thinking of topics. And hey, editing alone can make you just want to give up. You know, not to want to think about, hey, having real content, real things to say to somebody, and on top of that, it's there to lift people up, lift men up, women up, and you know, that's just a lot, bro. So I wanted to take this time on the corner to just shout you out, man. You know what I mean? If people don't know, hey, I want your boy EIG to let you know that he's the engine behind this thing, and I have just been so inspired by watching him grow this. And yes, we are the RMT family, but I wanted to be straight up and real and give a shout out to my bro because, hey, man, you toting the load on your back, you strap your boots up, man, and you do it. And you ain't asking for a limelight, you ain't asking to be praised and all of that. But we're going to give it up to you right here on the corner with EIG, man. So shout out to my boy Stan the Man for doing what you do, bro. And hey, this ain't just, you know, something for the people to see content-wise, but hey, shout out to you, man. This it wouldn't be possible without you. Keep going. And, you know, on top of that, hey, y'all, I just want to tell y'all on my way out the door, find somebody to love on. And I ain't just talking about cuddling, and I ain't talking about making love. I'm talking about, hey, find somebody to love on, meaning, hey, show love, give love. That could be a family member, a cousin, a co-worker, anybody, a pet. I don't care, but hey, finding somebody to love on means you're just exercising that true gift on the inside of you. You know, no matter who it is, even if you feel like I can't love him, I can't love that, nobody's asking for perfection because none of us are. But find somebody to love on because when you love him, hey, that's good stuff there. That's good energy there. That's what you were created from. That's God stuff there. So, hey, love somebody. And the more you do that, you'll just see more positivity in your days. You see years added to your life. It's good to just love, accept somebody, love them, randomly bless them without watching what they do with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you $30 and then sit back and see how you spent it. Why? Love is love. So love on somebody just because. And that's all I got here today, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Man, I wasn't expecting that, man. But
no doubt, man.
Yeah,
no doubt,
man.
Bro.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. But listen, man, that's all we got for y'all today. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, y'all want to holler at us after this. Social media platforms, man. RMT, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and Stan the Man. Same thing. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Man. Hey, guess what? My boy EIG. Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, let me see. What's I forgot your name on TikTok, man. Shout out your name on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Hey, TikTok. Y'all check me out at Just the Vibe. You know, Just the Vibe 6464. Hey, TikTok, Instagram is there for y'all if you want to holler at me. You know, YouTube is there. Hey, I'm slowly growing, y'all. I'm learning from Stan. So y'all fool with me. Teach me some things, man.
Yeah, I gotta listen, man. I gotta get the whole list down, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can shout you out, baby.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so man, without further ado, man, we'll see y'all next week.